into the arena. Again, the perhaps forbidding age statistic, trying to become only the third past the age of 37 to successfully defend the title. But an overwhelming favorite in the fight, and in the past few days, Larry, the over-under marker, the marker which decides for bettors whether the fight is going to be short or long, has been bet way down.
Lennox Lewis has established himself as the best heavyweight of his time. He's now on a victory lap to his career. Whatever happens from now on won't add to or subtract from what he has accomplished.
After a career mostly marked by relatively quiet self-discipline, he's known to have celebrated his victory over Mike Tyson long and hard. Could it be a factor tonight?
Sure it could, if it's given him a big head, because a big head is easier to hit.
Many point to the 256.5-pound weight and say he's out of shape. But another possible interpretation is that he wanted the extra weight so that he could move Klitschko around, body him against the ropes, and rough him up in the ring.
I think it has more to do with the long layoff.
The showbiz crowd giving Lennox Lewis a rousing reception as he comes to the ring. Meanwhile, we asked you just a little while ago as to your expectations regarding who'll win the fight. The results of our HBO website internet poll we'll show you in just a moment as Emmanuel Stewart holds the ropes for his heavyweight champion to enter the ring. Heavyweight championship on the line. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Staples Center, Los Angeles, California, Lion Promotions is proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the linear, legitimate, and universally recognized undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Brought to you in association with SEM, E-Commerce Technology, Prize Fight Promotions, Universum Box Promotions, Jacob Watch Company, Perfect 10 Magazine, and the King of Beers, Budweiser. Sanctioned by the WBC, the IBO, and the California State Athletic Commission Chairman Van Gordon Souter, Vice Chairman Sanford Michelman. The three judges at ringside scoring this contest on the 10-point system will be Dr. James Jenkin, Tom Kazmarek, and Pat Russell. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Dr. Lou Moret. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Staples Center, Los Angeles, California, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with gold letters and officially weighing 248 pounds. His professional record, 32 victories, including 31 knockouts, with only one defeat. Tonight, he comes to the ring prepared to step through the threshold of greatness. From Kiev, Ukraine, the fighter with a PhD, the #1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, the former WBO World Heavyweight Champion, Dr. Iron Fist Vitaly Klitschko. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with red letters and officially weighing in at 256½ pounds. In 1998, he captured Olympic gold, and now, as a professional, he has a record of 40 victories, including 31 knockouts against 2 defeats with 1 draw. And by way of rematch, he is one of the few fighters in boxing history to have defeated every opponent he has ever faced. From London, England, the linear, legitimate, universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
Okay, gentlemen, I've given you instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Listen to my commands, shake hands, and await the bell. Good luck to both of you.
Now, Lennox Lewis' body is dry.
What about Vitali, George?
No wetter. Lennox Lewis, the champion who has a tendency to be cold as it is, his body is dry.
And Klitschko doesn't look all that much better warmed up than
That's
Lennox.
true. That's true.
I don't know what that will mean, but I do know that this fight as an event was upgraded from business class to first class when Klitschko became a part of it. Will it be upgraded as a fight?
He entered to the strains of the Eagles Hotel California. So will it be heaven or will it be hell for Vitali Klitschko? Most critics think it will be hell. And they look like John L. Sullivan and James J. Corbett before Lennox comes forward and lands the right hand.
Lennox Lewis is not an effective aggressor. He likes to catch you missing him and catch you with one. And he's not jumping around. He likes to jump in and out.
Although
No
his
footwork.
trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, insists, George Foreman, that when faced with taller fighters, he has gone forward and been the aggressor. That's one of the things Emmanuel expects tonight.
That's not his stuff. He likes to bounce. He just did a little bounce there. Both guys are getting low. No one is taking advantage of the height.
Break clean, get them going,
And both are fighters who tend to use their height to their advantage and fight behind the high guard. Vitali trying to land a looping right hand over the top.
Don't wrestle.
Lewis doesn't believe that Klitschko can improvise. Believes that Klitschko must be set up and in position to have a chance to land punches.
You see, when 2 tall guys get in the ring, it calls for a lot of clutching because nobody has room to move out of the way. One move and they're together.
Klitschko is being much more aggressive than experts thought he would be. It was thought that he would try to fight a more tactical fight.
Klitschko with the right, Lewis misses with the left. Klitschko pawing with his punches, but throwing punches as Lewis has not gotten his jab going early. Lennox Lewis throughout his career has been indomitable when throwing more than 30 jabs per round. He's not going to reach 30 jabs in this round unless he speeds up the pace.
George, why is Klitschko holding his left so low?
Well, Lennox Lewis is not standing so high as you see. They both start squatting after a while. When a guy's hand are that high, you just got to bring him a little low.
Hard right hand by Klitschko, best punch of the round.
Lennox Lewis is doing the old catching. He's standing right in the middle of the ring and using his shoulders now to catch shots.
Now there's a good jab by Lewis to back Klitschko off. Another little right hand inside by Vitali. And again, Lewis jabs him backward.
That's the jab that you've been waiting on. Lennox Lewis is starting to get a little effective with.
And he's starting to get warmed up is what's really happening, George. Not so tentative anymore. 2 good jabs by Lewis. Now there's a looping right hand that misses big. Uppercut by Lewis lands to end the round as we go to Vitali Klitschko's corner, where trainer Fritz Fedunik will be speaking German. Our interpreter is Jens Halling.
You're too close to him.
Don't get too close to him. Stay away. Your punches are really good.
Die linke Hand aus. Okay? Beweg dich da.
Move more.
Nicht mit Gewalt reinfallen in den Mann.
Don't get too close
So
to
ist
him.
alles okay. Du hast ein paar Mal so gut getroffen, die linke Hand.
You hit him really, really
Du bist
good.
zu sehr die
A
rechte
couple
und
of
kommst
times.
von außen. Du bist zu fest noch. Locker.
But you're putting a lot of pressure on him. He's not used to fight that much, okay? Yeah, he's not used to fighting this type of pressure. Just keep the pressure on him. He's in your battlefield. Just keep the jab is working good.
Did he hit him good? A looping left that didn't work, but a right that did.
That second right hand, probably the most effective punch of a round in which, by CompuBox numbers, Klitschko threw 73 punches, landed 23. Lewis 18 out of 39, got his jab going late in the round, as you saw. And now Lewis begins to jab Klitschko backward again.
Klitschko has got to get back and just counter that jab one time.
Hard right hand landed by Klitschko. Lewis holds on.
Just counter that left jab because Lewis is throwing it out there, but he's dropping it low. Make him afraid to throw it if you're Klitschko. Make him afraid of it.
This is a far cry from the Lennox Lewis, who did a paint job on Mike Tyson in Memphis last year. He doesn't yet look sharp as he did in that fight.
Well, he's got a different
Left hand
problem to
lands
solve
for
in front of
Klitschko.
him.
Lewis momentarily stunned by the little left.
I think that Lewis is quite surprised at the aggression of Klitschko.
And Klitschko trying to launch the right hand again. This time Lewis partially blocks it.
Lewis just can't seem to wake up. You come in the ring dry. You catch a lot of shots before you can wake up. But this Klitschko guy, the fight is his. All he has to do is reach out and get it.
With awkward short arm shots, he's beating Lewis to the punch. He rips him again with the right hand. Lewis momentarily wobbles. And now Lewis is still wobbly as Vitelli goes after him.
He landed a really stiff, straight right hand that wobbled Lewis.
Maybe Lewis knows what he's in with now, but it may be too late. Combinations for an increasingly confident Vitaly Klitschko. Straight right hand again.
Now, this is what a fight could tell off on Klitschko because that's a big, heavy man he's pushing around. You throw those kind of heavy shots and you get tired yourself.
Big left hand by Klitschko. Lewis wobbling again. Suddenly it looks as though Lennox may have made a fateful decision in choosing to take this fight with only 2 weeks' notice. Hard left hand by Lewis stops Klitschko in his tracks. That changes the flow. You can bet Emmanuel Stewart's going to have a lot to say to Lennox if he can make it out of this round. Klitschko trying to land that right hand one more time. Lewis ducking and stumbling. They trade big right hands. Lewis gets the worst of it.
This is Gary Ward on the highest level on the scale.
Now, all of this clutching and holding is going to have an effect on Klitschko. That man is heavy, Lennox Lewis.
And Lennox Lewis's left eye is beginning to swell, and there may be blood under the eye. Vitaly Klitschko is roughing Lennox Lewis up as the second round begins to come down the stretch.
There's a big welt over the eyes of Lewis, who staggers back to the corner.
He's winning the fight. You've got to take it to him now, okay? You've got to experience in these big fights. You're getting hit sitting out here trying to time him. Take it to him now. The left hook is working good. Just take it to him, and when you get through with every punch, push at him. You understand?
You rechten Cross rein.
You have to box faster. You almost got him.
Dann kontert ihn noch. Hast du einmal sehr gut gemacht.
You did it very, very well. You almost got him.
Here's the big punch that changed that round. A straight right that got under the left of Lewis, it seemed. Lennox Lewis said that he didn't see any skill level in Klitschko. He's seeing something now.
Lennox Lewis walking unevenly to the middle of the ring as he goes after Klitschko, just as Emmanuel Stewart told him to do.
Stop, 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 stop,
using the rough house tactics that we might have expected him to use.
Someone is bleeding pretty good there.
Lennox Lewis under the left eye, and now Vitaly bleeding by the left eye as well. And Vitaly's cut is over the eye. Triple jab by Klitschko and a right hand to follow. Lewis can't stop him. Big right hand by Lewis.
There has never been a heavyweight championship between big men with this kind of intense action.
Big left hook by Lewis. And another. Doesn't throw it all that often. Landed both of those.
Boy, that cut is bad. That cut is bad. Klitschko is hurt.
And he lands a huge right hand on Lewis.
If he can just continue, he can win it.
Long way to go in round 3. Both
One right
players have
hand.
been hurt a lot. Left hook by Klitschko. Lewis again with a left hook over the top. Now he begins to jab away at Klitschko's badly damaged eye. Swinging right hand. It's just a Pier 6 brawl in there, guys.
Nance, who do you have in your corner to work on your eye? He can win this if he doesn't stop by the eyes. Too much blood coming out of the eye.
So far, Lewis has yet to land his big right hand. When will it come? Will it come?
I think Lewis has taken the hardest shot.
Big jab. Forces
Nothing.
Vitaly back. And now a hard right hand by Klitschko stops Lewis's rush. But Lennox Lewis is into the fight now and much steadier on his feet than in the first 2 rounds.
It's that blood. He see the blood, and he's not going to be deterred now. Once you see an eye like that,
He got the 2 best cut men in the sport in the eyes of many here. Joe Souza will be working on Vitaly Klitschko. He has saved Arturo Gatti's career several times. Al Gavin will be working on Lennox Lewis.
Lewis, if you ask me, he's just not in shape.
No. Clean.
He entered the fight not in good shape.
10 seconds, guys.
So 256 meant what it sounded like. A complacent Lennox Lewis once again, but fighting his way into the fight. And Vitaly Klitschko's left eye is ripped up.
Okay, we're calling timeout to look at the cut.
Can you go forward with that? Can you
No
fight with that?
way.
We have more time. We call timeout.
Ring doctor in Vitaly's corner is Paul Wallace. That's a horrid gash.
Looks like they've controlled that.
Okay, I'll keep watching it. Okay? Time in. Ringe und weggehen, nicht stehen bleiben. Geht zur Seite. You have like 15 more seconds. Wieder rein in diese Runde. That's the same. Huh? Punch. I said punch during the fight. Mal trinken.
Let's see if we can catch the punch. Right there. Right there. You saw the punch that started the blood flowing. If this is an epilogue
Not too much.
to Lennox Lewis's career, it is some epilogue.
Round 4 begins. All-out war. Harold Letterman, how do you have it so far? Don't take long, Harold.
I'll get Jim 2-1, 29-28. Vitaly Klitschko. I get Vitaly the first 2. Lennox Lewis definitely the third with the good right hands.
They fall down together. Referee Lou Filippo is not going to rule this a knockdown.
That's that heavy weight. Lennox Lewis, you keep leaning on you, it's just going to drop you down to the floor.
Well, he's only 8 pounds more than this guy.
Lewis trying to get another right hand on Vitaly's badly damaged eye. The Lewis comeback in round 3 was fueled by his landing 17 out of 28 jabs. Vitali misses with the right hand. Lewis barging forward with the jab. Telephone pole.
All Lennox Lewis have to do now is stay on the right side. Klitschko can't see him out of that eye, the left eye, I'm sorry. Stay on the left eye. He can't even see over on that side.
And Lewis jabbing the eye, jabbing the eye. Beginning to regain some of his technical form. Both fighters very tired already. Lewis breathing with his mouth open.
Big men have a difficulty fighting at this pace.
I'm sorry, but the corner's got to take a good look at this guy's eye. I know it's a world heavyweight title match and all that, but a man has got to see for the rest of his life as well.
Are you surprised they didn't stop it, George?
I'm very surprised.
I'm not surprised at all in a heavyweight championship fight. I think Klitschko is determined to redeem the Klitschko name in terms of his courage and his will.
One shot, he can do it too. One right hand.
Well, I'll tell you what, win or lose, I don't think anybody's going to say he's heartless again.
No, he's got heart. He's not even asking for pity. It's a long ways up there for Lennox Lewis trying to throw that right hand.
Hard right hand landed for Klitschko. Lewis blocking that right hand. Vitali still getting off more punches than Lennox. Lewis taking advantage of the clinch to pound Vitali to the belly. Sloppy left hook by Lewis. In close, he brings the right hand over the top and hits the cut again. Left hand right onto the damaged eye by Lewis.
10 seconds, gentlemen. Break. 10
Round 4 coming to a close.
Lewis appears to be really tired. We've never seen this Lennox Lewis before.
All right, you're coming on good now. He still got that round, but you're coming on good. This man is getting tired. One thing, you're pushing him all the time now. Keep pushing your weight on him all while you're inside the clinch. The left hook, if you ever catch him with the left hook, he's going to be going down.
Linke Hand schnell boxen, das ist wichtig. Linke.
Don't stand still so much. You have to move more. Use your left hand more. More power in your left hand. And move quicker. Then we have a look at your eye.
Seine rechte Hand vermeiden. Wenn jetzt seine rechte bringt, schlägst du
Avoid
seine
his
rechte auf
right
der
hand.
Innenbahn mit. Ganz schnell.
And then you
ja?
use your left hand. Very quick.
Левый прямой, постоянно левый прямой останавливай, сейчас отдышишь. Он уже тоже подзаебался.
And for the first time between rounds, a look in the eyes of Vitali Klitschko that looked something like discouragement. Surely he knows the danger he's in with his eye that badly cut. But in the 4th round, Klitschko got off 66 punches to only 27 for Lewis.
Boy, that is one small referee in there, I tell you.
Let him go. Stop.
Klitschko has done an excellent job of staying away from that big overhand right of Lewis, but he's now being hit with some uppercuts inside.
He's not afraid of Lennox Lewis. Every time the Lennox Lewis hit him with something, he hits him back.
Lewis. You heard Emmanuel Stewart saying that the left hook could be the punch that would put Vitali away, and Lennox just landed a monster. But Vitali comes back with his jab. Right hand staggers Klitschko momentarily. And good professional work by Lewis against the ribcage as Vitali takes it. And referee Lou Moret just looks on.
I don't know how the referee can let that holding and hitting go on.
One punch, one hand is open, and you're allowed to do that, George.
You cannot hold and hit. If one guy's holding you, they have to break it.
Lewis trying to land a haymaker.
Whoa!
Vitali lands another right hand across the top. And pops Lewis twice with the jab. The difference in energy level still significantly in favor of Vitali Klitschko, but his eye begins to drain blood again.
Lewis is there for him. All he has to do is just take it.
Lewis leaning against the ropes as though he's all done in. Klitschko didn't bite.
Didn't bite at all. Lennox Lewis is ready to be taken. Klitschko has got to suck it up and become heavyweight champ of the world.
The conditions for an upset were obvious to everybody. Nobody knew whether Vitaly Klitschko had the stuff to pull it off.
He can still do it. One good right hand, and Lennox Lewis is on the canvas.
Well, Vitaly's certainly ahead on points, and the way he's throwing punches, he might stay that way. But can he finish the fight with that eye? Hard to imagine.
Neither one looks like they could finish the fight, Jim.
No, Lewis doesn't look like he's going to make it to the finish line just on sheer physical energy. But Lewis beginning to sharpen up his punches and landing at a higher and higher rate.
Can't do it with the overhand rights tonight. Neither guy can do it with overhand right. They got to come straight down the middle with straight right hand.
Well, you got to be sharper than this to be good with the right hand. Lennox is just winging, looping haymakers. Crowd getting their money's worth.
Let me see your eye. Clean that up. Deep breath. Give him some water.
It's not bleeding there, bad. Rechten Aufwärtshang, wenn er kommt.
You need a right uppercut if he's coming at you.
Eisen hochheben.
Give him a little iron. Clean that up for me. Breathe deep. Lean back. Give me some ice.
Виталий, спокойно, руки на место. Пробуй. Левый прямой, правый прямой. Lewis sboku, prawo prямой.
Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Sehr schnell, Vitaly. Geh weg und dann hau die rechte mit. Aber rüberlegen.
With each passing round, the chance increases that Vitaly Klitschko will see his bid for the heavyweight championship end on that bad left eye cut while he's winning the fight on points.
No.
Lennox Lewis is trying to do it all with one big right hand. His corner told him, throw the left hook. Just throw the right hand and come back with the hook.
Between rounds, hard right hand by Vitaly Klitschko. Between rounds, every time the doctor goes into Vitaly's corner, they're pausing the clock. So as long as a minute and a half has been going by between rounds, and that's got to be a help to Lewis, as exhausted as he looks at the end of these rounds.
Lennox Lewis is so tired that if Klitschko just hit him with a combination, he'll go down.
Lewis flagrantly under-conditioned for the fight, or so it would appear. And Vitaly trying to take advantage through a blinded left eye. Oh, what an uppercut. Vicious uppercut by Lewis.
Klitschko holds on.
He can no longer see. He's fighting on pure heart, Klitschko is now.
Hey, guess what, guys? He can take a punch, too.
And he's got heart.
That was the kind of uppercut with which Lennox Lewis finished Michael Grant in Madison Square Garden.
And he gets one back.
Vitaly with an uppercut of his own.
Learning on the job.
Lewis jabs him away. Good left hook by Lewis. Solid blow. Lewis exhausted again. But strong enough to fend Vitaly off inside.
Lewis just has no respect for the power. Although the guy's got hitting him hard, he has no respect.
He ought to have respect. He was wobbly in round 2.
But he's got no respect. He hasn't decided, I'm going to duck and bounce and stay out of the way of harm.
Stop.
The belief of Lewis and his trainer, Emanuel Stewart, is that Klitschko has never fought at a pace this feverish and that he can't go the distance.
Oh, boy. If it wasn't for that eye.
It's Lewis who's having trouble with the pace.
That's right.
Oh, I can remember when 10 years ago, when Evander Holyfield had the same feeling about Riddick Bowe and he wound up losing.
It's all Lennox Lewis can do to stand up. Not because of Vitaly Klitschko's punches, but because of his own exhaustion. A few program reminders. This Tuesday, it's a new edition of Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. Among the stories, a continuing saga. 1 year after Ted Williams' death, the controversy surrounding the freezing of his body continues. Each Friday night, look for On the Record with Bob Costas. Bob's guests on this week's show include 300-game winner Roger Clemens and Arnold Schwarzenegger. July 12, World Championship Boxing returns with a rematch between welterweight champion Ricardo Mayorga and the man he unseated, Vernon Forrest. Also that night, Zab Judah faces DeMarcus Corley. Chop, chop. And they're stopping the fight. They're stopping the fight as we get out of this promo to tell you that the fight has been stopped because of the damage to Vitaly Klitschko's eye. And Lennox Lewis, in spite of himself, has a successful defense of his heavyweight
And
title.
you know I'm happy because this guy showed he's got heart, he's tough, he can come back. But you blow your eye, that's the end of everything. That was a long awaited, they should have done that a little earlier.
Klitschko is very upset that they've stopped the fight. Yelling no, no, no. He didn't want the fight stopped. Who stopped the fight? Was it the commission or was it his corner? Harold Letterman.
Okay, Larry. Dr. Paul Wallace, the chief physician here in California, looked at the cut, went to referee Lou Moret in the middle of the ring, and advised Lou to stop the fight. Lou Moret waved his arms, and it was all over. So it was referee Lou Moret stopping the fight on the advice of Dr. Paul Wallace.
And Larry,
it's not one cut, it was two cuts. There are two cuts under that eye.
Larry, to use one of your phrases from a past fight, isn't it fair to say tonight, Lewis wins the fight, Klitschko wins the event?
I think, yes, it is, that he won the drama of the fight, and now he has restored the name of the Klitschkos.
And he won the crowd as well. You heard the response to the stoppage, almost universal booing in the house. So Vitaly Klitschko bravely stakes his claim to the heavyweight championship and sees it fall short because of the tremendous damage to his left eye. Grotesque. And Lennox Lewis, despite being flagrantly under-conditioned for this assignment, is fortunate enough to hold on to his championship and get the 41st win of his career.
You know what? I think it was the extra weight that saved him tonight because after being pounded by Klitschko so many rounds, he kept bumping him and taking the energy out of him. They're fighting now.
Yep, there's a tussle in the ring. Let's see if we can hear what's happening.